Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I am in my center island today and I am working along the pathway that I have right here. I have a bunch of beautiful Proven Winners annuals, very, very colorful. I am going for as much color as I possibly can this year and I think it's gonna look so good. So this whole area is a little messy because I ended up leaving absolutely everything in here. And some things did really well, some things came back. You can see my Augusta lavender heliotrope came back. There was like a couple parts that got winter kill, so I'll have to clean those up. I do have my Super Beaner raspberry right there. I have my pink profusion salvia. I have my denim and lace Russian sage. So I have a lot of stuff that looks really good, but other things did die and I ended up just leaving them because I wanted to kind of save those spots for when I replaced them with the new stuff this year. So last season at the front on either side, I had planted 3 Supertunia Bordeaux and it was so beautiful. So I have the 3 spots. You can see the 3 dead plants. I'm just going to pop those out and I'm going to replace them with Supertunia Vista Fuchsia, which is a color that I'm using a lot around my garden this year. It's looking really, really good. Then I also have, none of this is blooming right now, so I can't show you guys, but I have the Luscious Royale Lemon Tart Lantana that I think is going to be a really good yellow pop as compared to that. And then I do have the Star Diva, I want to call this Whirlwind Blue, but it's not Whirlwind Blue. It's the Star Diva Scaevola in blue, Star Diva Blue Scaevola, which is very similar to the Whirlwind Blue Scaevola, but instead of all the petals being on one side of the center of the flower, they're all the way around, which is really fun. And I love Scaevola because the hotter it is, the happier it is. You can see here, this is my pile that I've been cleaning up this morning around here. I had a lot of snowflakes that that have been up for a while, so I was able to cut the foliage off, kind of cleaned up a couple of other things just to get it somewhat ready for planting. Right here, this is my Kindly Privet from Proven Winners. It is very beautiful. I am super excited about this plant. This Kindly Privet is, I don't want to say it's completely sterile, but it's almost sterile, so it won't spread. That's why it's called Kindly. And my plan for this is to kind of prune it into more of a spherical shape, but I'm letting it kind of flush out a little bit more so that then I can cut it back and I can prune it back. So I'm going to be working around this area and then this area, and I do have to mulch this whole area, which will be good. I do have to show you guys over here. This is kind of a mess. This is kind of a mess back here. This is another Kindly Privet, and it's like half of it got smothered by these plants right here. My Augusta lavender heliotrope went crazy. I need to show you. This is like reverting to a darker color. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? I would love to have a heliotrope that color from Proven Winners. This type of heliotrope. Anyway, it's just really pretty. This is pretty. This is not so pretty. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, and I don't know if that privet is going to recover from being smothered like that. Another plant that I'm having so much trouble with is this Chinese fringe flower. It was doing really, really good, and then I noticed it like got smashed down again, and I don't, it's like, I know I always blame Monty, but I'm honestly think it's Monty because I think he runs right through this area to go get the squirrels that are out there, you know, on the fence. And so I just don't know if this is going to be a good plant for this spot right here. And then over on this side, I have some Shasta daisies right here, another Kindly Privet that I'm waiting to flush out, more denim and lace Russian sage, and then I just planted these. These are the Sunjoy Fast Neo Barberry, and they, look at the color of them. They are so beautiful. They're obviously babies right now, but they're going to get pretty big. They're going to get 3 to 4 feet tall and wide, and they are just gorgeous. They are so pretty. I got the idea for planting one of these from my friend Roberta Walker. She has the Sunjoy Neo in her garden, and Proven Winners just came out with this variety, which is supposed to grow faster than the regular Sunjoy Neo. And I just think they are so pretty, and they're going to be such a great contrast as compared to or next to my Rising Sun Red Bud that's just looking gorgeous. Okay, so I'm just going to get on with it. I'm just going to see how far I can get planting, mulching, weeding, cleaning everything up along this pathway. I have a feeling I can get pretty far if I stay focused and I stay just along the pathway and not get distracted with other things around the garden, which does sometimes happen. But I'm going to try and stay super focused today and get as much done here as I can. Moving mulch is so tiring. It's just so tiring. It's not heavy or anything like that. It's just the repetitive back and forth. So I was telling myself I was going to get this whole area all mulched up. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is pretty good. And then I still got to get over here, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So for this pathway, the point of this pathway is obviously to be able to reach into this part of the garden, to access this part of the garden. But then the original designs from Michael Glassman, he actually had designed stepping stones, like big rock stepping stones across the dry creek bed. And then I think there was a bench over here. It basically was like, okay, there has to be something on the other side of the dry creek bed. And I haven't really been able to decide what that something is going to be. But I was driving around my town and I happened to drive by this guy right here. Someone had actually 2 of these with a free sign on them, and I was able to fit one in the back of my car. I was trying to get 2, but it didn't fit. It's not the nicest, like it's definitely worn out and everything, but you know, it's free. So I thought maybe I could try that across the dry creek bed in the little meadow area and just kind of see how I like it. Again, it's free. So if I end up not liking it and I need to put a free sign on it in front of my house, that's fine. But I just thought, you know, when I was driving by, I had to grab it. What do you think, bud? Okay, so there it is there. Let me show you guys a panning shot so you can kind of see everything that's around it. So the weeping cedar, and then I have a bunch of my mangave, and then the dry creek bed, and then of course over here on the other side. I think it looks good. I like it. I like that it's like in the midst of the meadow, right? I think that that's really, really pretty and really natural. A lot of people have messaged me and left comments about getting one of those those wooden bridges going over the dry creek bed. I don't think I want one of those wooden bridges because those have a very cottage look to it, right? Which is super cute. I love it, but I don't think it matches with everything else that I have in my garden. So I think I am going to stick with the big rock stepping stones across. I have to go find those and get those, which was the original design that Michael had. But yeah, I don't know. I think what I want to do is I want to leave it here for a while and see how I feel about it over the next couple months, and then I can like really make that decision. And then if I do end up liking having a bench there, maybe I can get like a Haddonstone one or something like that. That's like, you know, that has some oomph to it instead of this one that I don't even want to sit on because I feel like I'm going to break it. Here's what it looks like from this view. One thing I do like about it, I like the black bench with the black roof at the gazebo. I think that looks really pretty. I still want to make some tours to go in the meadow, and I'm thinking about leaving those as wood, so that would match the wood color of the gazebo. And then I have the black bench, and then the black bench pulls in the black trim of the house. Yeah, I think it's pretty. I think I'll leave it for now, and then see how I like it, see how I feel about it as the season goes on. And honestly, that's why I haven't put anything there yet, just because I haven't been able to decide what I want in this super prominent position in my garden. Although I do have to say, seeing it in the camera right now, that looks good. That looks really pretty. So we'll see. If you guys see the white flags all around, that's how Jason and I indicate to each other that something needs to be addressed with the emitters, with the drip irrigation, whether it needs to be plugged, it's an emitter that needs to be plugged, or a plant that needs to be hooked up to drip. And so that's just how we do it, to signal to each other. If you guys look over the long border, I put a whole bunch of flags. Those are things I planted yesterday, and he's actually going to come out later today to fix all the drip irrigation. So I can feel I am tired. I know my body feels tired, but my brain also feels tired because I am not saying words correctly. I keep messing up on what I'm trying to say to you all. So I think I'm gonna call it for today. I think that this side is it for today, and then maybe later today I'll be able to get out to this side, or maybe I'll just put it off till tomorrow. But if you look over here, that looks pretty good. Like just look down like that. That looks pretty good. But I'm gonna go inside, get some food, and maybe rest for a little bit. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.